What does healthy eating mean? Eating healthily is one of those concepts that seem to have a clear definition, but is actually quite complex. What one person considers healthy eating may not be the same as what another person considers healthy. So, what does healthy eating actually mean? Is it possible to come up with a single definition that everyone can agree on? Probably not, but we could take a look at the common components of healthy diets and see if there's anything that we can agree on. First off, the human needs. When thinking about a healthy nutrition plan, it's important to give some context. Think of your nutrition plan or habits as the thing that gives your body everything needed to sustain its weight and healthy functioning. Healthy nutrition is supposed to help you feel good, perform well physically, but also mentally, be in good shape, and to stay healthy. From that perspective, we can say that ultimately a good nutrition plan is like quality fuel for a car. It helps you keep performing at your best. Of course, a human body is much more complex than a car, but there is one basic fact that we can all follow, and that is the fact that every human body requires a certain daily amount of energy to maintain its body weight and sustain the healthy functioning of internal processes. This daily amount of energy comes from food sources and is measured in calories. It is commonly known as total daily energy expenditure, TDEE. And it depends on various individual factors. Those factors are mainly gender, age, height, weight, non-training activity, training activity, and food consumption. This brings us to the first conclusion of the topic. One of the main components of a healthy diet is the amount of food that it consists of. And we have to mention that each of those factors has a complicated formula that you can use to calculate your TDEE. Luckily, all those formulas are now packed into easy-to-use calculators that can give you a highly accurate number. If you'd like to check one of those calculators, I'll leave a link down in the description. Now, the macronutrients. So I just mentioned that the amount of food that you consume is detrimental to how well your body functions and recovers. However, contrary to popular belief, healthy nutrition isn't all about the numbers of calories, but also about the content of those calories. The caloric content of your diet is built up of what we refer to as macronutrients. There are three main macronutrients that contribute to your caloric content, and those are protein, fats, and carbohydrates. Each of the macronutrients has a different function in the body, but a rule of thumb is to remember that the essential macronutrients are the first two, protein and fat. Think of the word essential as the body needs it for optimal functioning, but can produce it on its own. Protein and fats are essential for a variety of processes, including but not limited to recovery, maintenance of lean body mass, body temperature regulation, hormonal regulation, growth, and maintenance. This is why it's really important to focus on deriving these two in sufficient amounts daily. Generally speaking, your daily protein should range from 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight, while fat should be set at about 0.35 to 0.45 grams per pound. And what about carbs? Okay, so if proteins and fats are essential and carbs are not, does that mean that you should avoid them? Well, totally not actually. Though non-essential, carbohydrates are a preferred energy source for the brain, and on top of that, the best source of energy for high-intensity training activities. This means that if you're an active runner, you can feel free to fuel your workouts with quality carbohydrates after securing your protein and fat intake. And then there's the micronutrients. The human body is a complex machine that requires not only sufficient calories, but also an area of vitamins and minerals to function properly. Deficiency in any one of these essential nutrients can lead to a host of health problems. That's why it's important for everyone to make sure that you're getting enough vitamins and minerals in your diet. You can do this by eating a variety of healthy foods, including fruits and vegetables. However, if you're not a fan of plant products, then you should consider taking supplements to fill in the gap. Now, the food quality. So far I mentioned that the amount of food and macronutrient content are the two primary components of the healthy eating plan. However, that's not all there is to it. The third most important factor is the quality of the food that shape up the caloric intake. When choosing your food products, you should consider the fact that mass production of certain foods leads to significantly worse quality. For instance, the animals grown during the mass production of animal products are fed unnaturally. By unnaturally, we mean products like corn and soy, which generally have a poor nutrient profile, which impacts the quality and nutrient profile of the meat and organs as an end result. That being said, when building up your nutrition plan and choosing the products, focus on purchasing products from a local farmer and small businesses rather than grocery stores. Now, as final thoughts, with so many different definitions of healthy eating, it's easy to see how the confusion arises. However, the basic principles of a healthy diet remain the same, regardless of who you are and what your goals are for your nutrition. Those are the total amount of food, the total macronutrient and micronutrient content, and the quality of food products. Focus on those, remain active, and your body will be thankful. So with that, get out there and run.